Quinn, how you doing, sir?
What's up, fellas?
Beautiful.
Good to be back.
Vish, how you doing, sir?
It's great to be back. Go Cubs.
Go question mark.
Best tweet that I've seen was immediately after the deadline how the Cubs and the Nationals were playing. Someone said, make sure to bring your glove to the ballpark, not to catch a foul ball, but you might actually end up in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, that checks out.
Hilarious, Connor.
We are coming to you guys late. You ready for some hot takes?
I am just slapping on hot takes, just slapping all day.
You want the introduction, or we past that at this point?
To my right, I will take a quick appreciation. Quinn Bonnell. I got co-host Vish. How you doing, Vish?
This is just not accurate. Here for the high grade.
We're all from Colorado. Have a lot of Rockies friends.
Congratulations on getting married.
Hey, you idiot.
Are you ready for some hot takes?
He's like, this is what you bet on the Rockies in April.
Question mark.
It's 12:30 in the morning.
You
So,
go Cubs. What'd you say?
bottom of the order.
Go Cubs.
Tough game.
It's Wilson Contreras and nobody, but I'm happy. Our best player hasn't played a game, which I'll go over later.
I was a lay through, so.
So,
Is bad.
just to give a little in-depth, Q, you've been busy like crazy. It's almost like you're trying to make a career of what you're doing. Vish, still getting married, huh? Just done with the bachelor party, so you got all of that going on. And then I've been...
12 days, Connor.
Huh?
12 days.
Ooh, son. You ready?
I guess. Just kidding. Of course I'm ready.
I love it. I love it.
Married, bro, at like 24. You can turn to be an old man after that.
Listen, my future wife cried. When Anthony Rizzo got traded, I cried a lot. Like a baby back bitch. Like tears rolling down my face. Like legitimate cry. I haven't cried like that in a long time. Just because I didn't realize it was going to hit me like that. I thought Rizzo might have been the one that I was 50-50 on whether we were going to trade him or not. Well, Alyssa FaceTimes me knowing I'm going to be sad. I'll text her that we traded Anthony Rizzo. And she starts crying because we traded Anthony Rizzo. One of the best moments of my life. Anyway.
That's how you know.
I was crying. But, Anyway, continue on.
That's how you know. And then I've been coaching, out traveling and everything like that. So it's been very difficult for us to get a podcast together. So much so, I almost acted like I didn't know how to do it as we were starting an hour and 10 minutes after we said we were going to start. Love it. But the gentlemen are still here, so we appreciate them being here. But bottom of the order, and it's exactly why we're called that. Latest news, though, in MLB, latest stuff to happen, the trade deadline. Gentlemen, what do you have for us on this trade deadline?
Nick, let's just go out. Let's get the Cubs stuff, rip the Band-Aid off.
Let me just start.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm going to need a segment here. I need a segment.
This is, if you guys have ever been, seen a real diehard Cubs fan, I went to Twitter after and just did not actually expect, grown men to be crying over players. But here we are.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know, I'm a very rational baseball mind for the most part. So, I'm happy we traded every single guy we traded. In fact, I wish we traded Zach Davies, to be honest with you. So we could have gotten something for Zach Davies. But, it just hurts because I go through all of them. Javier, of course, I'll miss him. The minute he asked for $200 million, I was like, it was rumored he was asking for that. I was like, we're not even close. We're going to pay you $100. So now we're $100 million off. That sucks. I love Javi. KB's my favorite player of all time. I hurt, but I knew he was gone also. The one that hurt the most was Anthony by far. Because that was the one where I was like, he's having for himself the worst season of anybody. He was like a 790 OPS, which now he's already up to an 850 on the Yankees. He's a fucking monster. He's Barry Bonds all of a sudden again. But I was like, maybe we'll keep Anthony Rizzo. And plus, he's been there for 11 years, actually. First year didn't play a lot, but went through the shitter for 10 years. Yeah, went through the shitter. Like, we sucked for, this first 3 or 4 years, and then all of a sudden, we're going to go from 72 games to 72 wins to 97 wins. Chris Bryant gets called up that year. Everyone gets called up that year. Javi got called up the year before, but, the whole new wave comes in. It's Anthony hurt just because he had been through this shit. He'd already taken the team-friendly 7-year, $44 million contract to play with us. Honestly, part of me hopes he re-signs with us in the offseason, but part of me hopes he goes to the highest bidder and takes the money. He signed such a team-friendly deal with us last time. But, listen, it was hard. I'm a big baseball mind. I'm happy. My rational mind is happy we traded every single one of them. If we couldn't come to an extension, we should trade them. It is what it is. This is a business, and I want to be good in 3 years, not 15 years. This is the Cubs. If we don't trade anyone, we'll suck for another 100. We needed to rebuild, or at least restock our farm system, which we did and did a great job of.
What trade are you happiest with?
Craig Kimbrell, not even close.
Yeah, Craig, yeah.
Did you guys see who was in that trade as well?
Oh, yeah.
Did we see who was in that trade, Connor?
Yeah. Little Colorado.
Every prospect we received in the last 2 weeks.
Colorado native.
Man.
Is it what?
Colorado native, Cody Hoyer.
Yeah, he's in it. I'm happy we got him, dude. He throws hard. Where did he go to high school?
Fossil Ridge.
Okay, that's right. Dude, he throws pretty hard.
Yeah,
right?
90, was he 96 to 100 with sinkers?
Yeah, I would have, I've seen him throw a couple times, and, I know he's, mid. I didn't know he got out there pretty good, so I don't remember if it was, 100 or whatever, but that's how we got him. I was happy.
Pitching Ninjas had him up to 100 on one of his videos.
Yeah, I believe it. He throws cheese. I was happy we got him, honestly, especially if we traded a reliever and got him back. He's going to be a reliever for us, but yes, the reason I'm excited for Craig Kimbrell traded because the White Sox, we got there 2 years ago, even a year ago, and even this year until he got hurt. This is their prized possession. Nick Madrigal is that's their golden child boy. That's not Eloy Jimenez, which we gave them. Eloy Jimenez, Luis Robert is theirs, but you know what I mean. That's one of their, if not their, golden possession. You don't find guys with. I don't know if he had an 80 hit tool in the minor leagues, but he's legitimately one of the best. He's the best contact hitter in the big leagues. It's not even a debate. If you go back to his college numbers, he hasn't hit below 300 except for one season. One season he 270 in the fucking Arizona Fall League in 15 at bats. Other than that, from Oregon State freshman year to now, he's at 300 or better every single level. That's fucking crazy. Anyway, continue.
You know what was so crazy about that? Because we were texting all day, and then we saw rumors of the White Sox, and you were so mad. Because we know these prospects, it's the back of our hands at this point.
Yeah.
We were bro, they have nobody left in the fucking players.
Yeah, they have no one. I didn't even know
all that.
That.
We were not expecting that at all. The trade Nick.
And now that's the trade I'm by far the most happy with, even though Craig was probably the biggest trade chip, maybe outside of Jose Barrios. Him or Jose were easily the 1 and 2. At the deadline, we just got a fucking incredible big league talent who's controllable, super young with a very high floor. Back. That doesn't happen. No one trades guys that are that talented, that proven, and that young and that controllable in the big league. That doesn't happen. So I'm really excited about that. Of course, the Rizzo trade for how poorly he was playing for himself. But we got back. I was fucking thrilled. The KB trade, honestly, is probably the one I'm least excited about. I like both of them. Chris is, but
in your defense, the KB trade, the reason you're least excited for was because I hyped you up so bad.
Dude, I had myself up. You know how many? I started looking up Cubs Reddit shit. It's Joey Bart. We're in every Joey Bart game for the last month and a half.
The original trade I saw was Joey Bart and Wade Jr.
Yeah, Wade Lamonte Jr. I saw that too. Yeah. And I was holy shit, we just got fucking their first baseman starter who's solid. And then
would you have traded Rizzo and Chris for Joey Bart? Because I would.
I don't know, man. Bart, I'm really with love, obviously, and I'm obviously really proud of him and the two guys we got. But the more I think about it, the more I'm what if you miss on that? Then it's just
You won't.
I'm glad we spread it around. I'm glad we didn't package anyone, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Unless we're gonna get like a can't miss. I'm not sure Joe Bart's a can't miss. If we got Marco, I'd be like fucking trade Javi, KB, and Riz for Marco, but not really. But you know what I mean.
Let's go on to another team now.
Yes.
Let's do the quickie. Let's go to the A's. Because me and you are very indifferent about this one.
Very. I think this is the worst trade of the deadline.
I think this is probably one of the best trades of the deadline.
It's the most A's trade ever, and I get this is what they do.
I love
especially
it.
Because, yeah, you go first.
No, go for it. Talk
I'm
about
gonna
it.
say so Starling Marte for Jesus Luzardo, straight up, nothing else. The A's are shipping all of Marte's $7 million left in his contract as well to the Marlins, vice versa. So the Marlins are paying Marte's contract, and the A's are just shipping Luzardo. So Marte's playing for the A's for free, and then they give up Luzardo. But anyway, it's the most A's thing ever because what they do.
He's a free agent after this, so they're going to lose, mostly, because they're not going to pay him.
No. They're not going to pay him in like...
Luzardo so much.
I thought he was going to sign this year.
And Connor, what did we talk about all year with the Marlins? What they have is starting pitching. They got another one, which is sick for their future. He's 22 years old, and he's so good. But why I love this
literally
trade...
95 to 99 with a wipeout changing. Go ahead, sorry.
Why I love this trade. I think they're the best team in the AL West already. The AL in general, I don't think there's a team outside the White Sox
That's fair, actually.
that is better than them. And adding a 3-hole and an outfielder. Hey, what do we like? We always get mad about for certain teams when they have an opportunity to really go for it, they don't.
And I get it. And like,
Colorado wasn't helping them much this year. They have a shot to really make a push for a pennant. I love it.
yeah, I mean, I guess like it does help both teams. Like,
Very much.
it's just Jesus Luzardo to me. Like, I think that guy is, of course, he has legitimate ace potential. I know this year has been fucking terrible. This guy is under a 3 at every level he's been at. His stuff, pure stuff, is unbelievable. Like, I think you're getting a big league starter the worst, debatably like a front of the rotation guy. Like, it's very possible an ace. So like, 5 years of that for 2 months of Marte. You better win the World Series if you give up a guy. If he turns into an ace, you better fucking win the World Series because then you'll never live down if you don't.
I think
Even a 3-starter, you better fucking win a lot of games.
they got to make an ALCS at least this year.
Yeah, and if they don't, and I get the A's have to do this because, one, they shipped his money away, but two, I agree with you. They're a team where it's they have to make deals like this to stay competitive and then add because they can't afford to go out and pay these guys, after the deadline.
They have to pick their spots. They saw a spot, and they're taking a shot. You can't ask for any more from an organization like that.
No, you're right. And they're a great organization. It's like they did this in 2014 with John Lester.
Is on paper it a favorable for the Marlins? Yes.
No, oh yeah.
But looking at it from a holistic standpoint, the whole goal is to win. And if you think you have a shot to win right now, and you're going to give up a future for 1 year to take a shot when you know you can't just buy and rebuild every year, you do it.
For sure. Part of my hesitation with it, one is Luzardo obviously in this control. So in terms of years, but also I don't trust the age rotation. I think they need an arm. A front line arm. Not that Luzardo's at this year. He's done fucking terribly in AAA and in the big leagues. But again, this is the first year struggle, but I'm just saying he's not gonna help them this year, but they need an arm also. So they're plugging out one hole. Their lineup's really good. They're a good team, but they Chris Bassett's really good. But who else am I really sure about that's gonna pitch really Bruce Irvin's pitched well for them. Like, there's guys out there doing well for them, but there's just holes there where I'm still not sold. So it's hard for me to give up Luzardo and kind of go all in this year, but I get they have to. So I get what you're saying. It's just a lot to give up for me, but I understand it.
Let's stay in the AL West and go with one of the teams that had one of the worst trade deadlines with the Mariners. So Connor, the Mariners one is hilarious. So they traded Kendall Graveman and Monterio, who are two of their best relievers this year, for practically nothing.
I mean, dude, Joe Smith. Yeah.
Joe Smith and
Abraham Toro.
The fucking Mariners players flipped out. They started.
It's the worst deal I've ever seen.
Yeah, they apparently broke shit in the dugout, in the locker room. Like, called out fucking the GM and all the owners and say the Mariners, like, we never want to win. It's fucking perfect example of this shit. And then, I don't know. My belief is the Mariners fucking panicked the next few days and got 2 relievers. And they're like, oh no, we're buyers. But
Yeah.
I think they panicked and they were like, oh no, like, our players are going against us. So they ended up pretty much trading 2 good relievers for 2 worse relievers in the end.
Also, I love J.L. Castillo. I think he's really good. The guy from the Rays, obviously. And he's like, I think he has 1, maybe 2 years of control after this, and Graveman's a free agent.
Yeah.
It's not like Kendall Graveman's going to cost you that much, 1. 2, the Mariners, Jerry DePito's a dumbass and fucked him. Like, do you know how dumb you have to be to do this? He came out like 3 weeks ago and was like, we're buyers. We think we owe it to the city for how bad we've been for the past couple of years rebuilding, and all. He fucking sold that they were gonna buy, and then they traded their fucking best bullpen arm, and then probably their second best one. 2 of their best, whatever you want to say, for nothing. It didn't even help them.
Yep.
Joe Smith's only at 7. I like Joe Smith from a career sidewinder guy, but not this year. And Abraham Toro's never done anything. And I know he's like, his minor numbers aren't that impressive. So it's like, what are we? You got nothing. You got nothing for Kendall Graveman. If you're going to sell Kendall Graveman, he's running a .8 this year. You could have gotten more back than that if you were actually just going to sell, first of all. 2,
Yeah, so-
you shouldn't be selling.
So I
And
think
then
they
you just
should
trade
have sold.
control. What's
I
that?
think, like, a lot of people get mad, like, disagree with me on this, but I think they should have sold.
Me too.
But-
I agree.
But, because you can't tell me they're better than the Astros or
No,
those.
you're not making the playoffs.
Days.
There's no way.
Days.
Yeah, you're not making the playoffs.
So, the problem is, have some communication with your players. It's been the problem with
And
the
the
Mariners.
public. Yeah.
Yeah, for the past 10 years they've had this problem. And the
Yeah.
problem is the Mariners have built such a bad trust system with their players through not bringing up minor league guys, like not starting Kellogg in the big leagues this year, getting caught recording that they're going to mess up people's service times, them not in the past trying to win.
Yeah, because, dude, everyone's not going to bring guys up. Like,
That they put themselves in this hole where even if they go up to their players, and what they should have done is, hey guys, I'm so, like, you guys are having a great year, such a young team, which they are.
yeah.
We're really starting to actually make progress to be a competitive baseball team and win games and make
Yeah.
a push. Right now, I don't think we're right there. We're holding on. We're not going to make any significant moves, but we're going to trade a
Yeah.
couple pieces that we're not going to be able to hold on to keep us winning in the future.
I'm fine if you trade Graveman. Just don't say you're going to buy and then trade him.
Yeah.
And then also, like, yeah, tell your players, hey, we're making progress. Keep grinding, because they are. They are making progress. And they have these young kids in the minors who are going to come up and help them. Kalenic, J-Rod, Emerson Hancock in like 2 or 3 years. They got these guys. So it's not Logan Gilbert's already up, like George Kirby. They got these guys. So, like, hey, we're making progress. We're right there. But next year's our year. So we're going to, yeah, like you said, we're not going to ship our main guys. We're going to sell like crazy. The guys who are free agents, go get something for them. Keep making moves. Keep getting better. You know, and then you can keep your team competitive, so you don't ruin the clubhouse. But you need to communicate that with them. It's nothing. Just don't come and say we're going to buy.
Why don't you build a
And then they kicked the tires of every free agent. Went, Barrios, Merrifield, Frazier, everyone that was available. They kicked the tires on and didn't make moves just to make it look like we're serious about buying when you're not, and you shouldn't be.
No, and again, the problem with this is once you build this culture of losing for so long, you do this over and over. The trust system from their players to their organization is so bad.
Yeah.
That when you make one move like this, like if I was a player too, I'd be so pissed.
Same.
Because to me, it'd be like if they came to me and said, this is a plan, we have a plan for this and all that, I would be like, I don't know if I believe you.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
But you know what's even worse? Not communicating with the public and your players.
You could have said nothing. They could have said nothing. Just fucking Jerry DePito's a dumbass and came out and went, we're gonna buy.
Again, I think the Mariners have been doing a good job the last couple of years. They've been really turning it around.
For sure. They're not even close to ready this year. They shouldn't have bought. They didn't really buy. They just did weird swaps. But, like, you shouldn't have bought this year. You're not even close to getting to the playoffs. But, like, they're getting better. And, yeah, just keep getting better slowly. You don't have to. It's not like.
Or if you really aren't going to get much for, like, Graveman and those guys, like, they didn't really get much anyway, just hold.
Yeah, extend him in the offseason. Graveman's a breakout candidate this year.
Go up to him and say, hey, we're not going to buy. Tell your players we're not going to buy. That there's a good thing in the clubhouse right now. We're a team that wins on momentum and good chemistry. We're going to hold and see if we can make a push with this team.
Yeah, keep grinding. Yeah, you guys
there you go.
You're playing. They are. Keep grinding. Yeah, Mariners are the worst. That's the bottom line. They're idiots. They're idiots. They're actual idiots also.
No, I'm not going to say that because I think the last couple of years they've made really good strides to be a good organization.
For sure. If you can't put it together, then what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And, like, they're going to fuck this up. They're going to fuck it up. I'm sorry.
All right, Nick, you can go on the Rockies if you want.
Yeah, I'm on the Rockies, so...
You want to save that one, save them for the end.
Trevor Story didn't get traded. There's a lot of layers here, so I think there's important distinctions.
We'll start with everything. They traded Givens, which they needed to do.
Yeah, I don't know if they got back. They didn't even look.
I don't know if they got back either, but whatever they got was good. Like you needed to get. He was having a good year. You don't need a setup man.
Yep. No, he needs a really good reliever. Just trade him and get something in return. That's what you do. Now, Trevor Story's a free agent. Even in a down year, of course, you want him to be playing well in a contract year for himself, but just in general for the Rockies, of course, you want him to be playing better so you can sell higher.
Mm-hmm.
Guys like that have value. Their track record is too good. They have a lot of value. Javier Baez had very similar numbers, advanced metrics. Javi's probably a little bit better. But Javi Baez just returned just a fringe top 100 guy, just outside of the top 100. With Trevor Williams, who's worth nothing. He's something like a 6. So
the thing is, what we keep reading and what Bill Schmidt said and the front office of the Rockies said was it got to a point where they said, so basically Connor and like everyone listening, if they don't sign Trevor Story after this year, they'll get a comp pick for him, which will be in between the first and second round. That's where he's slotted. And basically, Bill Schmidt came out and said, if we do lose Trevor, obviously we want to re-sign him. If we do lose him, the comp pick we're going to get for losing him is more valued than anything we were offered. Which, to me, is really hard to believe.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Mainly
Also,
mainly looking at the Cubs trades. Every single trade that Trevor Story is like a value level is like a lot of like maybe he's not as good as Chris, but like you can look at like similar, like probably a similar trade value. Javi, Rizzo, all three of those trades are better than a comp pick in my opinion.
I mean, dude, any trade that was made for a position player is better than for dude, Jake Marizno might have been better than a comp pick.
It's hard to believe everybody lowballed the Rockies that much.
Also,
I don't know if I believe that.
You knew the team's thirsty for a bat, especially a middle infield bat, going into the deadline. All you have to do is build some urgency with that and, just know how to negotiate a little bit, and you'll get a solid fucking return. It's not even about the return. It's about a comp pick is the unknown, and prospects are the known. More known, I should say, because they're not unknown. But, a comp pick is nothing. It's literally nothing. It's fucking air. You don't even know what's out there.
Yeah, so that...
you have a rough idea. But, every time you go... But he said, we've been drafting one of those areas. It's dude, you get on Trevor Story and you're Nolan Arenado. Fucking congratulations. That's awesome. You know how many guys get on the late first round picks? A lot of teams. It's not... But also, a lot of teams miss, and they miss a lot more than they hit. Prospects, of course, miss a lot too. But guys that you go and scout and look at hit a lot more than draft picks do. So, it's just not that hard. Just go get something for nothing. Because, yes, of course you want to extend Trevor Story, but you're not going to. Unless he's going to take a massive pay cut, you fucking shouldn't. You shouldn't go off from $150 million this offseason. Because you don't have the money to compete in general. So don't offer him something that's crazy high. Just go give him an offer. Now you gotta give him a qualifying offer. He'll decline the comp pick. He'll leave because he should. The most nightmarish situation for me is they fucking go balls to the wall and offer him $200 million, which they won't because they don't have the money, but because they shouldn't be paying guys right now that much money. But yeah, it's just you can't sit on your hands. Because you're going to lose him for nothing. I know a comp pick in your mind is something, but it's not. It's nothing. You can't act like that matters because it doesn't.
Well, again, that's what I think is happening there. So, not having Jeff Ridridge there anymore, a guy that's been around front office and had experience, at least you can say what if you liked him or not, but he had experience in these kind of moments. There's a lot of scouting guys left. They're sitting around going, and they've done. Especially with hitters, they've drafted well. You can't argue they haven't.
Sure.
So they're looking in their eyes as we can find the next Trevor, which I don't think is very easy to do.
Also, just go find the next Trevor in the minor leagues. Go watch fucking 5 Giants minor league games, 5 Mets minor league games, and fucking 5 A's minor league games. Dude, you could find this Trevor in a second.
The other thing that kind of upset me about this was the one thing the Rockies don't have very much of, and which isn't even their fault, it's just because a lot of big organizations take all of the market, is international prospects. Yeah. This was your chance to get one. You didn't even have to sign up.
For sure. Dude, Anthony Rizzo's numbers were very down. It was a first baseman, not a middle infielder, and he returned, as we know, Alcantara, who we both love. You could have gotten him so easily from the Yankees. The Yankees wanted to have a story that was clearly out in the public.
You could have probably got a Glaber in him.
I mean, you could have gotten, for sure, Alcantara on something, and maybe just Glaber. I don't know about both. Maybe both. Fuck, I don't know.
I think you could have got. I don't know. We don't have these conversations every day. But
yeah, both have been a lot, but you could for sure could have gotten one. Probably even Alcantara by himself, dude. That'd have been a good trade. You just gotta go make moves, and you can't act like a draft pick in the fucking first round matters.
Surprisingly, Trevor Story one isn't the one that makes me most upset.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, yeah.
John Gray. So, to pay his qualifying offer next year is going to be $19 million.
I'm fine paying John Gray that, though.
I don't think they're going to pay him $19 million. So, if he walks, we get nothing for him.
Yeah.
We're going to sign him to an extension, which him and Marquez are going to keep being good arms. But by the time we're ready to win, the Rockies are ready to win, how much do those two really help you?
No, I agree with you 100%.
You could have got high value for John Gray.
Very high. I
And
think
what
very high.
teams and it's what teams are starting to realize and starting to do more is stop trading on contract years. Arms. They're starting to trade the year before that 1 year, and you're seeing how much value they're getting. Like Berrios and
Yeah.
that you're
That's
gonna
my
let.
best
There's a chance we let Gray walk and get nothing. That we just wasted a third overall pick and one of the best arms to come out of college in the last 10 years.
Pitched really well in Denver for a couple of number of
Just
years.
hurts me. Hurts me as a baseball fan. Hurts me as a Rockies fan.
And
And I hope if they extend him, it's the best case. They extend him, and I don't even know like what that really does.
Yeah, me either. That's a great point. Because, like, I'm thinking in my head, like, I would almost understand that more than Trevor because I think he's more likely to take a pay cut for what he's worth.
Mm-hmm.
One, because the standard metrics are worse in Colorado for pitchers. Two, because I think he likes playing in Colorado. But, like, I don't even know what that conversation looks like. Like, let's say, unless you're positive you can get John Gray on a cheap extension, let's say $12 to $15 million a year for the next
But let's
5
be
years.
real. He's not worth above 15 mil.
I think he might be, though. I think he's probably right around 15 though a year. I really do. I think he's a good for.
I wouldn't pay him over 10 if I was the
I for
Rockies.
sure would. I for sure not the Rockies. I mean the Rockies will be fine with like 12. But like, what's up?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, if I'm like the
Like if I was someone else, a contender,
I'm all. Like, dude, I think he's a solid middle, or even he's a really good back end of the rotation, a fine middle of the rotation arm. So,
What about a middle rotation arm on a non-contender?
yeah, you shouldn't even try to attempt to sign these kind of guys unless you can get them like for dirt cheap, and then it's
That's
like
what we're
great.
talking about, though.
Yeah, for sure. Then I'm all in. That's what I should have traded him. Even Marquez, like, dude, if you shipped Marquez, you could have gotten so fucking much.
Yeah.
Austin Martin
Not for
and
Berrios, because, dude, I don't know how the Twins did that.
I think that was a really good trade for both teams. I'm gonna be honest, a really good trade. I like Austin Martin a lot,
They
but like,
still a lot, though. Austin
I'm not a
Martin
big
is
fan of
very
Marquez.
good. But in the Blue Jays' eyes, we have so many young hitters. Like,
Yeah, they don't need Martin. He for sure would play somewhere for them. So like, probably third. But like, yeah, I mean, you don't need Martin. That one hurts you a little bit, but you're gaining a for sure. Like he's a 3. He's a really good big league 3. For a long time, I thought he was an ace. He's not. He's just not. But he's a really good controllable for this year and next year. Big league 3. Those guys aren't super easy to find. It's usually healthy. It's just it's hard. Like, you know, those guys are so valuable. And then of course Martin. Yeah, you don't want to lose him. But I'm not a big Simeon Woods Richardson guy, so I thought it was smart that they departed with him.
I like the Blue Jays buying, kind of, actually, though.
What's that?
I kind of like the Blue Jays buying, surprisingly, though.
Yeah, me too. Especially with Berrios, that was a good guy for them. They shouldn't have gone after a rental. It wouldn't have helped them.
Yeah, that he's not a rental.
Gives you time to extend him also, like play an extension out possibly.
Yeah, and I don't know, because he has his arbitration next year, so they'll give him his arbitration, and then I don't know. With that team being so young too, like I think valuable postseason runs is so important.
For sure.
Like even if they don't make the playoffs and they're in like a hunt, and I think that goes a long way.
For sure.
'Cause they have their cornerstone pieces now. They just can't fuck up now, and I don't think they will.
No, me either. Now they also Nate Pearson's like one of the bigger like question marks to me. If he's great, they're going to be incredible. If he is what he's could be, makes sense. Like Ryu, is going to be solid if he's healthy. Berrios, if they can keep him, you know what you're getting out of him. Pearson, if he can be like anywhere from a frontline ace to a 4, like you're gonna be good. So like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome to watch them. That was a good. I thought it was a great trade for the Jays. Of course, a really good trade for the Twins as well, getting Martin back. Even though I don't.
Oh yeah, I thought the Twins did. I thought that was one of those you can just shake up. I hope we can do business again.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Even though Martin, like, you never know. He could be turning down Alex Bregman and you're fucked. But it is what it is. But if the Jays win enough games, it'll be worth it. So. Yeah, I like that deal a lot.
What else?
You stick in the American League. You want?
White Sox gave up Connor Pellington for Cesar Hernandez.
Yeah, they got Hernandez because they were going to trade Madrigal, and they need Madrigal's hurt anyway.
I played with him in high school.
Who?
Connor Pellington.
I don't know.
No big deal.
He was Mississippi State's one.
Okay.
He was drafted very high. What? Oh, Phillies.
Yeah.
So the Phillies are in a weird spot where they have so many big contracts, they can't sell unless you're gonna sell.
Yeah.
And you might as well just buy when you're 3 games back.
No, I agree. I mean, I think we're on the same page with this. You have to buy.
Also, Nick, have you seen their schedule?
Is it terrible?
Oh my god, dude, they have the easiest schedule I've ever seen in baseball.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna read you this thing real quick. It's pretty much like the minor league teams that all sold, and then the Dodgers twice.
Well, that's good. Also,
They just played the Pirates series. Now they're playing the Nats. This is taking forever. So then they go to the Mets, Dodgers. So that's 2 tough series, and then they go Reds, Diamondbacks, Rays, Diamondbacks, Nationals. And then the Marlins, Brewers, Rockies, Cubs, O's, Pirates, Braves.
yeah, that's great.
They have to have one schedules the rest of the year. Also, if Kyle Gibson throws like he does, yeah, I guess.
I mean, for sure, yeah. What they give up was Spencer Howard and what? Do you know? What else?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Yeah, look it up. Cause I can't remember what else to give him.
I literally had it right in front of me. Where'd it go?
I know it was something else because it was Ian.
They didn't. They were just Spencer Howard for Kyle Gibson, and they got Ian Kennedy as well.
Yeah, that's I think that's great for both teams as well. Like, I like Wally Dyson, Spencer Howard. He's one of the best young, pitchers in the minor leagues for a long time. Sucked ass for the Phillies. So you kind of, again, in a vacuum, I'd rather have Spencer Howard. He's more control. He's younger with a high ceiling. But you are the Phillies. You have all those contracts, like you said. You kind of need to just buy and win now, or try to win now. Even though I don't love the roster, and they've tricked me so many years now. So you got to move on Spencer Howard. Gibson's throwing well. It is what it is. I don't understand why he's still throwing well, but whatever. So, and Ian Kennedy's been a revelation out of the pen. He's revamped his career, obviously. So,
and how Wheeler?
What's up? Wheeler's like one of the best big leagues.
Dude.
Yeah, he's incredible. Noel's been.
I trust Noel. I don't even care if he's been bad.
Me too. I like you. You tell me you go Wheeler, Noel, Gibson. I mean, Gibson's my biggest question mark for sure. Noel's gonna be fun.
Who else?
Velasquez, Vince Velasquez is gonna be.
Oh yeah, we forgot a huge trade, Nick. The biggest trade of probably the
Dodgers.
Yeah, the Dodgers. God, I fucking hate the Dodgers. How do they keep doing this shit? The Dodgers lost Trevor Bauer and said, "Fuck it, give us another ace."
Did you say another ace?
Yeah, I bought onto the Trevor Bauer train like a week before the allegations, and I was like, "Fuck, wrong time to do that."
And I bought with you, so it's whatever.
It was like a week before. I was like, "I'm buying into Trevor Bauer," and it happened. I was like, bad judgment on my part.
our friend Tyrus Barkley had a nice quote when I was texting him about this. He said, "I'm glad the Padres and Giants are pushing the Dodgers to empty that farm or to do this kind of trade." I said they emptied the farm.
The Dodgers lose. Connor, they gave up. If you didn't know, for the Scherzer deal, they gave up their number 1 and number 2 prospect, which obviously you have to do.
Yeah, the Nationals. That's the second, third best player.
They've lost like 5 of their top 10 prospects now at this point.
Yeah, I mean their farm system is pretty depleted, which is awesome. So the good news is if they fucking struggle the next couple of years, hopefully they don't restock very quickly and they just kind of end up sucking for a while.
Nick, have you seen that lineup?
No, I know, dude. Trey Turner's going to fucking play if everyone's healthy.
This might be one of the best baseball teams I've ever seen in my life.
I mean, dude, it's... You have too many starters and you have too many fucking incredible players. It's like Chris Taylor's not going to play. He's an 870 OPS.
I think that's ever been a problem, having too many incredible players.
They literally... This is the good news for utility player. Chris Taylor's a utility player with an 870 OPS who's going to have nowhere to play now.
Why is Albert Bull still in the lineup?
He's playing over Belly.
Belly's been weird.
Oh my god, I forgot Belly's been terrible.
Well, and also, I don't know if you guys saw, they had Mookie Betts playing second.
Yeah.
To allow Chris Taylor to...
second?
Yeah.
I don't know why. They don't just play Chris. Like, Chris Taylor's better there. They just play... Like, Mookie's one of the best right fielders in baseball.
Yeah, Mookie's a good outfielder.
Well, they're letting Chris Taylor and who's the other one that's hot right now?
Oh, you say outfielder?
Yeah.
Pollock and swinging it, yeah.
So they're letting Pollock and Taylor stay in the outfield and keep
McKinney
it.
in the lineup?
What?
Billy McKinney's not in the lineup every day, is he?
No, there's the Mets still also. What the fuck?
He's what?
Teams this year. Billy McKinney's played on 3 teams this year. Didn't know he's on them.
What's happening? What happened to Muncy?
Play first.
But Albert Pujols is playing every day.
At first? Oh my god, that's right.
Dude, what do you do as the manager? Do you do this? You're like, oh shit, I forgot about Mookie Betts. You're like, you forgot about Mookie Betts?
No, you just go, this is very easy. You go, Muncy,
Taylor,
Seager, Turner, Justin Turner.
Jesus Christ.
Trey Turner in center.
What is this lineup?
That's in right. Cody Bellinger doesn't play.
What?
I just love Cody Bellinger out of the lineup. And listed fucking 9 guys who have been an all-star.
Cody Bellinger is batting like
imagine
150.
being able to say, you know, fuck it, Cody's struggling. He's not playing anymore.
He's batting 150.
Dude,
The Dodgers don't win the World Series.
He won an MVP 2 years ago.
He's also never been bad. He'll be fine eventually. It's just I don't know if he'll help you this year.
He's he's just struggling somehow. Damn.
So is Yelich. Yelich is not struggling. He's just for himself as being terrible, but he still is walking it.
The Padres also got Adam Frazier. We forgot about that one.
Yeah, and it was like, oh man, the Padres are starting off hot. They're gonna be, and I love that deal. But
Nick, how sick is a fucking Padres Dodgers wild card game gonna be?
they've been down to win the division. I think the Dodgers are gonna do it.
I
don't want to do it. I want the rest of it.
I've been saying the Giants are gonna win the division for so long now, and they just haven't given it up. So I'm just bought in now. You know, eventually, after you just see something for so long, you just kind of I have to buy in. That's where I'm at. I'm just bought into it. They're just gonna win the division. I don't even care.
I don't blank. Seeing as Kevin Gausman is the best pitcher in the major leagues, and they have 3 other incredible starters, and their bullpen's good. And they just
They also got a good player at the trade deadline.
They acquired probably the best available offensive player.
And they have 3 games on the Dodgers.
Yeah, no, I mean that's fair. I hope they win it. I wanted to. I believe me. I'd much rather the Giants.
You, Doug Bish.
What's up?
Give me the Yu Darvish, Max Scherzer, wild card game, Dodgers, Padres, please.
Awesome.
Dude, that would be the fucking coolest way to start the MLB playoffs. That would be
How many first ballot are going to be in the Dodgers
that
rotation? Right?
game, like, fucking everyone that fucking is in uniform.
So
Dude,
the Dodgers.
that game would have more ratings than any of the fucking World Series games.
How many first ballot Hall of Famers are on the Dodgers roster right now? They might have the best team of all time.
Mookie, I bet Cody Bellinger will be. He'll be fine.
Kershaw are both locks. Mookie's
Kershaw, Pujols.
Pujols 4. That's funny that Pujols is on there.
First ballot, probably. I'm gonna throw a fucking early one.
Trey could be. What's up?
I'm gonna throw an early one, but Bueller.
I thought about him. I really thought about saying him for first ballot, honestly. Also, Trey Turner, again, he's like fringe for me. About even being any sort of Hall of Fame with a chance. Huh?
Tatis, Yu Darvish, probably.
Yeah, I thought he was just, I guess for sure Hall of Famer.
That's probably it, though, in the Padres. Oh, Machado.
I mean, Ryan Weathers, you never know. Machado could be.
Yeah, Machado.
Ryan Weathers, that guy is fucking insane. How many times do you see 20-year-old high school kids?
Yeah.
Now just it's well, they come up and fucking dominate. It's Mike Soroka and Ryan Weathers.
Man, watching, like, looking into these prospects this week, though, was so weird, Connor.
Really?
Yeah, it's just crazy to think, like, you know, like coaching this fall or something, or like seeing 18-year-olds play. And I'm like, oh, that's not fair to compare these guys to the prospects in the Dominican. I'm like, wait, they're 18 years old.
They're older than
guys that got, like the guys that got traded for Rizzo and stuff are 18. They just signed at 16 like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
They're so. What are you looking confused about?
The Cubs' fourth best prospect is 17.
Math. They signed 3 years ago at 16 and they're 18.
Yeah, 18, 19, whatever.
I was just giving you a hard
19,
time.
but just 19.
A lot of, like, it is difficult. It really is because, like you said, they signed when they were 16, 17, 15. Like, a lot of these prospects are signing when a lot of my guys were playing C team ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's
they've been playing way more competitive baseball. There's no travel ball. You play at 12 there against 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds who are throwing 90.
Yeah, because you're playing in the fucking Dominican Development League where all the 16-year-olds are signed. But, I mean, yeah, the Cubs' fourth best prospect, who's a top 100 guy, nicknamed Baby A-Rod. I'm more excited for him than I am for Braylon and Brendan, who I think are both going to be incredible major leaguers. He's 17 years old. Christian Hernandez. I'm so excited. He's 17. I'm literally excited about a 17-year-old child. This is not in the big leagues for 6 fucking years.
The whole fucking MLB prospect list just got shooken up. That was so fucking weird to look at.
God, I hope the Dodgers suck.
Yeah, they don't have any. How many more people do they? They don't have any in the top 100 anymore, do they?
Hey, they have one. Michael Bush. He's fine. He's not bad. He's good. He's a second baseman.
Michael Bush, you're right.
He's not really a second baseman. He's probably going to be at first. He's not a great defender. But you can name 1 through 100 and get about 80 of them.
The Rockies, they have one guy, probably.
Just one.
Yeah.
No, 2. Give 2.
Who was your other one?
And 94.
93.
Fuck. Left-handed. Pitched at Mississippi State.
Oh, did you see there was a couple trades I wanted to ask you about that didn't happen.
Yeah, please.
There was one I was really curious.
Cubs traded Jake Marisnick for Anderson Espinosa, which I was really excited about.
I think this was the. Let me find it.
Anderson will not be good, but just in case he is, at least we'll have him.
Oh, Brian Reynolds almost got traded to the Angels.
Really?
I don't know worst fucking dude. The Angels are. The fuck are you calling about an outfielder for?
You want to hear forward too, Nick? You would have lost your mind.
Probably Brandon Marsh,
Yep.
Jordan Adams, who I think's bad, but
Because Brandon Marsh.
and who else? Joe Adele. Is it Joe Adele?
That was in the.
If it was Jordan Adams, good trade. If it's Joe Adele, horrible trade.
Can't wait. Give me a second. I can't find the.
If it's just Brandon Marsh, fucking dude, that would have been a horrific trade for
No, I
them.
can't find who it was. There was one I saw. I thought I saw a rumor about Sandy for Brandon Marsh and somebody else also.
Hate it. I hate it so much.
Yeah,
It's
no,
such
I hate. Yeah, no, obviously. And
I
like
don't even
the Marlins shut it down quick.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in, but like I don't know what I think about Brandon Marsh. I think Jordan Adams is fucking ass.
Brandon Marsh runs really well.
Yeah, he's hit in the minors.
Yeah, he's swung really well in the minors. Also, he looks like Charlie Blackmon, so like.
Yeah.
Connor, you know what Brandon Marsh looks like?
I don't know. What's up?
Connor, do you know who Brandon Marsh what he looks like?
I don't.
Go look him up.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's 23, dude. He looks like Jesus Christ.
he does. Like at Jesus Christ, age like 40.
Yeah. He was 23 with the longest beard I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, I already
His
love
hair,
it.
his whole head is covered in hair. His like
Yeah.
face is all. His beard doesn't look like his eyes.
Is it like Jason Worth back in the day?
Yeah, similar, except for honestly more wild.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
If
23.
I'm the Pirates, I'm like, if people call on Brian Reynolds, I'm like, if you don't have a top 20 prospect, I'm not taking your call. I shouldn't say that. If you don't like, White Sox Madrigal would work obviously, or like, Angels, Joe Adele, I'd listen to that, stuff like that. But
Nick, are we about done with trades?
yeah,
'Cause I have a fun ending here.
Schwarber, cool to the Red Sox. It's fine. Sorry, we'll go. I'm just gonna fly through a couple that I'm thinking of.
That I wanted to.
What's up?
I kind of looked through I looked through every single trade we were talking and brought up the ones that I thought were relevant.
Okay, cool. Okay.
You want to hear? I got a fun little ending to this trade talk, and then we'll cut it off for the day.
What you got?
Beautiful.
I got an article to keeping in the trades. We got the top 20 trades that fans don't know about that almost happened in baseball history.
Okay.
I love it.
Read off some of them. Derek Jeter to the Expos.
Really?
Yeah. It included Vlad Guerrero and Cash.
He was a minor leaguer, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a minor leaguer.
Yeah, makes sense.
King Griffey Jr. to the Mets when he was on the Mariners still. It was supposed to be for players like Jay Patton, Doto, Sedino, and it was like only a 7. They were gonna give like 7 players away. Manny Ramirez to the Mets. This was right after he won the 2004 World Series MVP. What's some other good one? Justin Verlander and Curtis Granderson to the Marlins. Almost happened in 2005.
Oh my god, 2005. Imagine missing all of that Justin Verlander.
Dude, right?
Granderson's like, fucking, who cares? He ended up on the Marlins anyway.
Oh, this one would have been weird. David Wright to the Blue Jays.
When?
Like 2002, after he had his worst year. They were going to trade Jose Cruz and J.R. Riccardi. And the Mets were thinking about trading after his worst year, and they were like, we'll hold on to him.
Christ.
Miguel Cabrera to the Angels when he was with the Marlins still. A-Rod to the Red Sox. I feel like I knew that one.
Yep. They need to trade in place.
Yeah. Thought I knew about that one. Mariano Rivera to the Mariners in 1996.
Wow.
It was going to be a straight up trade for veteran shortstop Felix Fermin.
God, that's so bad.
Man. I think the Mariners said no.
Oh my God, dude. And that's the worst miss on a reliever ever. Obviously, he's the best reliever
Pedro
ever.
Martinez to Cleveland for Jarrett Wright and Bartolo Colon.
Listen, was that after Bartolo Cy Young?
That was what?
What year was that?
1997.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh. I mean, listen. Bartolo won a Cy Young post that, so we can't totally trash the Sox. Or the Expos. Sox.
Our Pools to the Expos.
I forget he was in the league when the Expos were
Yeah, in the minors, they tried trading him for Fernando Tatis
Senior.
and Brett Reams.
Also, Fernando ended up playing on the Cardinals, so
Yeah.
and hitting 2 salamis and winning on the Cardinals.
Alex Rios for Tim Lincecum before his Cy Youngs.
Damn. And Alex Rios is probably a little bit older. I forgot Alex Rios.
Oh, Nick, you ready for number 3? You know what it is, right?
I don't know.
If I'm telling you, if I'm leading up to it, who do you think it is?
It's a Cub, Ryan Sandberg? No,
That's
it
Barry
wouldn't be that.
Bonds.
What?
The Pirates almost traded Barry Bonds to Atlanta
That would be cool.
for Alejandro Pena, Keith Mitchell, and a player to be named later. And what a trade.
Oh, God.
Instead, though, Nick, guess what they got?
What? And I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
August free agency.
Yep.
There's a Trevor Story for you. Now the Trevor Story's very bad. You know what I mean?
You ready for number 1? This is insane. Straight up trade Ted Williams for Joe DiMaggio.
I've seen that one. That's just a really weird trade.
Very. Especially as big of rivals they were.
That'd be like Adrian Preller picking up the phone, calling Dave Roberts and being like, let's swap Mookie Betts for Fernando Tatis. The Padres would laugh, but I'm just saying,
Yeah, no. That probably wasn't the best example, but I get what you're saying.
Did you guys see Fernando's backup, Kim, went yak today?
Kim?
Dude, Kim's good. I like Kim.
I think he's bad, but two are different than that.
Nick and I have had this argument already, I think, on this podcast.
Yeah, I hate him. I don't hate him, I just think he's bad.
I like him. He's a really good backup.
Okay, he might be a fine backup, but he's not a good player.
He's a good player. He's an above average player.
He's not, but he's the below average player.
He's an average player. Meet me halfway. went 2 for 3
Also-
today.
I haven't done my Yasmani checkup in a while. I'll give you guys my Yasmani checkup real quick. See what he's hitting above the Mendoza line. He's been hurt, so I don't think so, but I don't know if he's back.
Who are you checking?
I'm checking Yasmani Grandal's batting average and his OPS.
He doesn't even play every day anymore.
Yeah, he does. He's been hurt.
Zaval has been catching for him.
Who the fuck is Zaval? The Sebi guy? Sebi's, oh yeah.
He's Zaval, yeah.
He's only on the roster because Yasmani's hurt.
Bro, that's my favorite baseball team, okay? Don't fucking talk to me about the White Sox.
Dude, he's Yasmani Grandal, not in the IL. He'd be starting every day. He's like
Connor,
180.
if you didn't know, I'm a White Sox fan now.
Really?
Sure.
Yeah, I've taken over. I'm a White Sox fan for the rest of the year.
Was it how quickly Tony La Russa came out of the dugout for Jose?
No, it's totally because of Tim Anderson.
He's such
Also,
a dude,
the
man.
fucking
I think
catcher
Tim
going to
Anderson one of the coolest players ever.
Face is like Tony's fucking trying to help him. Take it easy.
They're the coolest team to watch ever. Also,
For the
they don't even know who's gonna close anymore. They just say fuck it. They flip a coin. Like
White Sox
Hendricks,
were
Kimbrel.
Well, two-headed monster, eh?
What was I gonna look at?
Nick, do you want to? We can make a little snip for Connor for a pod. A little clip here if you want, Connor,
Let's do it.
about some MLB predictions for playoffs. Nick, do you have anything? Bold
Like-
predictions?
World Series.
Not World Series yet, but just I think the Phillies are going to win the NL East.
The Yankees are making the playoffs.
That's bold.
Yeah, I know.
I will bet you so much money they don't do that.
I mean, I'm not taking you on even odds on that. It's a terrible bet.
Obviously, I wouldn't give you yeah, that'd be bad for you. Who do you think they kick out?
How many games back of the A's are they right now?
They're 3.
That's not bad, dude. They're kicking the A's out.
No, they're not.
Dude, they just added a guy that's better than Starling Marte and a guy that's way better than Starling Marte. I'm just saying.
All right,
They didn't-
Connor, there are predictions for the rest of the year. Nick's
Let me hear
got the Yankees making the playoffs, and I have the Phillies winning the NL East.
I like where your head's at. I really do. I want to agree with you.
I looked at that schedule, man, and I'm bought in.
Also, the Mets are not good.
No.
But Javier Baez is going to find a way to be like. I'm telling you, if he gets hot for a month, they will not lose a game because he will be the best player in baseball for a month. And then the next month he'll hit 150.
You want me to give you my World Series prediction right now?
Let me hear it.
Please.
I'm going. If I had to, going White Sox,
I like the Sox too. So
Padres.
Padres, holy shit!
Yeah.
I really don't want to do this, so I'm not. I'm gonna go Brewers.
Really?
We talked about the Brewers acquisition. The Brewers are the most Brewers thing of all time. They went, who's the cheapest but also most valuable bat in the market?
Goes to the NL.
What?
You're gonna have the Brewers go to the NL.
Dude, they're really good. They're really good. I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
they are
they're
very good. But I'm sorry,
Yeah.
the thing they're best at is their rotation, and they don't match up with the Dodgers.
But I think they do.
The reason I'm picking the Padres because they're the Giants' daddies. Or not the Giants, the Dodgers.
Dodgers' rotation has fallen apart over the last 2 months. It's literally fallen apart.
Who?
Blake Snell's the worst pitcher in baseball.
I'm telling you, they play average baseball. When they play the fucking Dodgers, they get up
Believe me.
and they just fucking beat the fuck out of them. I don't know why, but they do.
I'm aware. I'm just saying they don't have a starting pitcher right at this exact moment.
I almost had Max Scherzer.
I don't know. Did you see the fucking reports for that? AJ Preller was like, we never had a deal agreed upon. We had just talked about it.
That's really
And Kevin
rough.
Rosenthal was like, and he was like, we had talked to them 8 hours ago.
Connor, do you have any prediction for the year?
Unfortunately, I haven't been following like I would like to.
You can take one of my other ones if you want.
I would rather go a shot in the dark though.
Wait, who's your AL team? The White Sox?
Me? Yeah.
What about? Give me an alternate one.
Me?
Yeah.
Astros. I don't want it to happen, but they're good.
No, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
Their run differential is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, they're good. I hate them, but they're good. They're just a good team.
Also, bro, the Mariners have a minus 50 run differential. What are we
That's
doing?
what I'm saying. Why are you like, let's buy?
What are we
How
doing?
do you say like so adamantly and publicly we're going to be heavy into the buyer's market this year? Like,
Man, Toronto.
scary. Yeah, they have a good run differential.
Mm,
I'm not looking at it, but I know it's above 80.
It's not that high.
Not 80, 50.
I lied. It's 104. Holy shit.
I was about to say, I saw it last I saw it was like 85 or something like that.
Nick, Boston. Here's my prediction. Boston will make the playoffs.
Won't?
Yeah. They have
I'm gonna be honest.
They have 6 games on a wild card right now.
This is not your prediction. This is my prediction from 3 months ago, and you were like, I'm telling you, they're really good. I was like, they have 0 pitching. 0.
They have
Chris
0
has to come
pitching.
back. So,
Connor, I'm gonna tell you something.
Let me hear it.
don't palm this off as yours. This is mine.
I'm
You're
gonna
mad.
tell you something. This is all mine.
Oh my God.
100% my.
Dude, run
The Red Sox. The Red Sox have no pitching.
They were good.
You ready here first? The Red Sox have no pitching. Trademarked by Quentin Bonnell. I came up with it.
No one else has ever said it.
Dude, this one guy I know was talking about how their hitting is so good.
Like a month ago. Not even, like 2
Yeah.
months ago.
And I was like,
dude,
Nick. His name's Nick, by the way. I was like, Nick, dude, their pitching's terrible. And he was like, no, they're not that bad. I was like,
literally
"Take it easy,
2 months
bro."
ago, I was like, they're going to get 4th in the American League East. I didn't probably say that, but I was like, they're not going to make the playoffs. And he was like, dude, have you seen their lineup? And I was like, yeah, name a fucking starter that's good. Chris Hale is dead, and now he's coming back, so that'll be a really good starter. But beyond that, it's like, I get they've got really good innings from like Pivetta and Eduardo, but like, you can't run Nate Eovaldi out there and expect to fucking be good.
Nick, I have a question for you.
Yeah, hit me.
Have the Phillies ever been a game or a game under 500 in their life?
I think they're just perennially like, it's like a curse. It's like the Philly curse to be trapped.
Since 2008, have they been over or under 500?
What do you mean?
Like, I don't know, bro. Every time I look at their fucking record, they're 500.
Yeah, I mean, I swear to God, it's like a perennial curse where they're like 40 and 43. They're just below 500 every time I look. And I'm like, they're gonna break out. Aaron Nola's really good. Bryce Harper. Andrew McCutcheon's not bad.
They play literally the AAA teams for the next 2 weeks. It's
At least
awesome.
Hoskins can hit homers.
Dude, I have a question? Do you guys know where Mike Trout is?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Did he quit baseball? Where is he?
He's officially not the best player in baseball. It's for
Yeah,
Shohei Ohtani dependent.
Forget he's the best player in baseball. Doesn't he even play anymore?
It's tough. I hate to see it.
Oh my god, I just looked at an article. He said he's not close to returning.
Oh,
What's his initial injury even?
Bro, what did he get injured with again?
I don't even remember anymore. Wasn't it like a rib or
Quad?
something?
Bro, you say rib? Bro, we have no idea. We have zero idea.
We're just throwing shit out there.
He said rib, I said quad.
I'll Google it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, the Angels are just still the Angels, you know? They just happened upon Shohei Ohtani for $5,000 a year.
I was closer. It was
Right
his
calf strain.
Yeah, it was his calf. I was closer.
Also, how does the calf keep you off this long? Like, can't you just, like I swear to God,
He said he doesn't feel good. He said he's going to see the doctor, but he feels something still lingering. Bro, he's not playing the rest of the year.
I mean, if I get a really bad calf cramp, it hurts for like a week, so.
Bro, I got the worst calf cramp in New Orleans for Nick's bachelor party. Bro, it was so humid there.
Oh,
It
bad.
was really bad. And I was
That
just,
city is disgusting.
bro, dude, that city is fun,
It is fun. It was a great time.
but it is, yeah.
I mean, listen, Nick Madrigal and Nico Horner up the middle for the next 5 years. Are you fucking shitting me? Granted, we're not going to be good for the next 2, but in 3 years, we're going to be fucking awesome.
Like, how would you feel right now if they didn't win a World Series and this was happening?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, thank God they won one. Because if they
Dude.
didn't, it would fucking crush me with all the talent we had.
Hey, thank Jason Hayward. That's all
Like,
I'm
dude,
saying.
we underperformed for sure, though, for the talent we had over the last 7 years.
I don't think so, man. To win a World Series and, to win a championship in baseball,
No, dude, I get that. I'm just saying, like,
it's such a crapshoot.
Series.
It's not like other sports where you just build the best team and you win. There's so many other things that can happen.
100% agreed. But post the World Series, we just underachieved.
All you can do, like, as a front office, in my opinion, is build a team for the playoffs.
Agreed.
You can't build a team and say we're going to win the World Series. I just don't believe that's true.
Agreed. But we had
Some of the best MLB teams ever haven't won it.
No, I get that. I'm just saying, like, we still underachieved. Like, that
I wouldn't
core
say that.
of players with that kind of control, you should at least be like, we didn't go past the second round of the playoffs after the World Series 5 years. We didn't make the playoffs for one of the years. Like, you can't.
How many NLCS did you go to? 3? 2.
Do. His back years. 2015, 2016.
Damn.
Yeah, we like, after 2016, we fell off hard.
Fuck, who cares? You won one.
Agreed. I'm just saying, like, we still underperformed. But, I mean,
The Dodgers have been paying all this money and they still haven't won one.
Agreed. Last year's a sham, dude. That is such a garbage. Like, dude, 60 games isn't a real season. I'm serious, though. I'm, like, very serious about it.
It's on the fucking Mickey Mouse fucking World Series, don't count.
Dude, it is. It's like the fucking children's T-ball World Series. 60 games? We're playing a college season? The Dodgers were in a Division I. They beat Vandy in the final? Like, why are we playing 60 games?
Oh, fuck, we gotta talk about that real quick and then we'll get off.
Kumar.
The draft. Real quick. Kumar didn't sign.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
Scott Boras said the elbow's fine. The Mets said it's not.
The Mets said that they never even offered him a contract. Like, the $7 million report wasn't even, like, they didn't even offer it.
No, they offered 6.
No, they didn't even offer. They came out today and said, like,
No, they did. They agreed to it, and then they did. They did.
That's what I thought,
They
too.
agreed. No, I read about it today. Yeah, because they flew him out. They agreed to it.
No.
I'm telling you. They agreed to it, they flew him out, had the physical.
That's
and
what
they
I
could've
thought,
just
too.
found out. And then they could have renegotiated and re-offered him something, and they didn't even choose to re-offer him because they were too afraid. Which, I'm gonna be honest with you, just like sign for $5 million and have a UCL surgery.
So to Sports
They didn't offer him another contract after.
no,
they agreed
but they
to
offered
$6
$6
million. They never
million.
offered a fair counter to themselves, but
And this report by Sports Illustrated 12 hours ago, it says that they initially looked at it as a steal and included a $6 million signing bonus, but then once they found about the elbow, they didn't resend another offer.
But
What is
also,
it? Is it a short UCL or is?
why don't they just sign for $5 million and have him have surgery?
Is it torn though? What is it?
Even if it's like partially torn, can you just cut it and have surgery?
Yeah, but what do we even? Is there anything even wrong with it, or is it just he's like have like the Brady Aiken thing, which is just a short UCL?
But even then, you could just have surgery.
No, but like that wouldn't be surgery. That's just
But couldn't you just still have surgery?
I guess, but it's nothing. His elbow isn't torn.
I say you just fucking have surgery, do whatever you gotta do. Like, doctors are so smart these days.
I don't think anything is torn. Okay, yeah, sure.
I'm sure, like, dude, they just snip that bitch, or maybe it's already snipped great. take a mill off his paycheck. He'll be fine with it, and then sign him, and then he'll just sit out of you. Who cares? You can't just miss on generational talent, which Kumar is. Also, his velocity dipped a couple of ticks this year. I wonder fucking why. Maybe because his UCL is partially torn. Even more reason to sign him.
Maybe because college arms need to stop throwing their top-level arms 180 pitches a game.
I mean, sure, no doubt. And for 120 innings when they are not prepared for it. Don't even go in the minor leagues most of the time.
Yeah.
Because guys are not ready for it.
In February, when they fucking have a month off in fucking December by themselves, and then you're like, hey, during 120 innings we get back.
Good thing Kumar's going back for another year to re-tear it. Or shorten it, whatever you want to say.
I'm Kumar, bro. I'm going back and being like, you're grateful I'm back.
Name
I'm not throwing
likeness
more than
too.
5 innings an outing.
He's gonna get paid.
Why? Oh, that's a good point. He actually
He'll
would
get
make
paid.
I think he's making money.
He's gonna make money.
Oh, shit. Nah.
Name likeness.
I wonder how his following is outside the baseball world.
It just spiked like crazy now.
I feel like he'll make. I mean, not like Bryce Young money, but he'll make.
What? They can't sign contracts with like Nike and stuff like that, right?
No, they can. It just
They
can't
can't
be
even
Oh, yeah, they can.
It can't be drug. It can't be like tobacco or alcohol.
So how does that work with team contracts?
I'm assuming you probably would have to sign within your team sponsor, otherwise your team sponsor would get in trouble.
Yeah, because like imagine Kentucky basketball, and 4 of the 5 starters are Adidas. Like Nike's not going to pay that.
Unless they would like walk around and like outside of school then. Like outside of the basketball shit.
Nike
like,
still wouldn't pay
well,
that.
I don't know. Like, are you seeing how people are like? I've seen a couple of athletes that are sponsored by Chipotle. They're just posting photos of them at Chipotle. So,
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. I think shoe and stuff like that are still off limits.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I could see it being off campus because I mean, like, I can.
Like, I'm pretty sure. I think I'm guessing, and I think I read is if it's a team has a sponsor already, they can't break that player individually. Which makes sense.
I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That makes sense
Because,
on
like-
the image, but if they can like wear Adidas stuff just around campus without also wearing Kentucky or whatever, like
I can see like Nike putting Kumar in a commercial, but I don't know about wearing like their stuff. It seems weird to say, but
isn't Vandy Nike?
yeah,
That's what we're saying. Like you can sign like an individual contract within the one you already have.
Yeah, so why wouldn't it?
Like we can look more into it. We don't really know here.
Why wouldn't he?
No, that would make sense. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that's true.
No, I could see Kumar getting paid. There's so many like random ass
It's
athletes.
just how much he's not gonna get, like. Will he make fucking $6 million?
No,
but he'll get some money, and like he'll get paid next year in the first round. Granted, I think the Mets are kind of fucking this up. Just like offering $4 million.
Fucked up.
I think Boris said that they weren't gonna take anything below.
Boris is the worst person of all time. The slot value is like 3.8. He's like, we need 6. It's like, why do you need 6?
Bro, do you know how much fucking Henry Davis signed for?
Like, wasn't it half a
It was $970,000. He was a first pick.
970.
I'm pretty like let me look before.
It was like 7 million. I think like 7, and the slot's like 8.5. So they're signed below.
There's no way the Pirates have $8 million.
They for sure do.
They don't have that much money.
Every team is spending
They don't have enough
money
money.
in the draft.
The Mets had 10 mil for their first 10 rounds of signing bonus. I could see the.
Every team has the same signing bonus allocation.
Oh really?
Draft.
It was 6.5. I'm an idiot, bro. Just ignore
That's
me.
still so fucking low for the first pick.
You've been riding that stat queue for so long, too.
I know. Don't talk about it. Shh. I didn't say that. What are you talking about?
Ever since the draft, he's dropped that quote with me twice alone.
Bro, maybe I'm just trying to shit on the Pirates and how much money they have.
Listen, the slot value for that pick's probably still $3 million over that, so it's still nothing.
He's the low. You think he's the lowest since?
Patient. I actually think this is the right setup though, moving forward. I'm getting a little boom mic arm for this, so I'll be able to have my mic like out here, and then I have a portable microphone that I can connect to the bada bing bada boom computer, and then that will play out the audio of you guys talking, and I'll have my microphone here, and I'll receive you guys talking, and I think moving forward this is going to be the best deal. This is the least amount of like cameras and shit that I've had to deal with and everything like that, so we're moving in the right direction. That's really beautiful. I'm excited. Fuck yeah. Everyone make a good wedding. Nick, have a great wedding, dude. Thank you. I'm going to try, like, you tell me or us when you want to get going. Okay, that's good to know, actually. I'm gone. He's going to the Virgin Islands. Yeah, I'm gone. Ba-dum-tsh. Oh, yeah, he actually is. No, like, for real. I'm playing words. I'm on the 15th through the 22nd, I think. So, like, end of August, I'm open. We can just do them weekly or twice a week, whatever you want to do. But I'd be down for twice a week. I think it'd be nice, especially for a postseason push. But that's if our schedule allows. Hasta luego, gentlemen. I appreciate you guys. Yes.